This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. Scott is on assignment. A Sarasota family has officially won its fight for a special testing exemption. Florida's Department of Education ruled that 16-year-old Maddie Drew is now exempt from state testing. Maddie has cerebral palsy and attends Oak Park School. Her mother requested a medical exemption in May, but was denied with no opportunity to appeal. That's when she decided to challenge the decision, and ultimately the department sided in her favor. She says a one-size-fits-all approach to testing simply does not work, especially for children with disabilities. Drew now hopes this case might set a precedent for other students like Maddie.
There's a law in the books for a reason, and it needs to be acknowledged, and hopefully by us fighting for it and getting acknowledged, it will help other people and it won't have to be so difficult, long, and drawn out like it was for us.
There's a broad range of disabilities, and the way that an individual's disability may interfere with their ability to meaningfully participate in the testing process.
We did reach out to Florida's Department of Education, but declined to comment on this case. A controversial project in Venice got one step closer to final approval today. The S&J property off of Laurel Road between Publix and Laurel Nokomis School could soon become an apartment complex. But the plan first needs city approval for rezoning. ABC7's Christopher Brantley is joining us now with more live in Venice. Christopher.
Well, Haley, 2 weeks ago, the Venice City Council began hearing arguments for and against this project. Those talks continued today with both sides butting heads on fences and building heights. Nearby neighbors want a height limit put on buildings on the south side of the property. In the end, the city council members did something you almost never see in these meetings. They paused their meeting to allow both sides to go into a private room to work out a deal for about 10 minutes. While council members just sat on the dais. But it seems it may have worked.
Anytime you're involved in a public hearing where you have an objection by a group of people, the best way to resolve it is always to have an agreement between the parties, and that's where we ended up today. It wasn't easy by any means, but I'm really pleased we got there.
So while the Venice City Council did approve the rezone for this project, this was only the first vote. There is still a second and final vote on this project coming up in 2 weeks. Live in Venice, Christopher Brantley, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Christopher. Sarasota County is moving forward with plans to build a new I-75 overpass. It would connect the future Lakewood Ranch Boulevard and Cattleman Road. The county says it will help relieve the traffic jams and congestion on University Parkway and Fruitville Road. You can learn more about a proposal at a public workshop, which will take place on November 15th. At 6:30 p.m. The information is right there on your screen. And now we'll head over to Bob and get a check on our forecast, which has been pretty nice this week.
It has been nice. Temperatures today 1 degree warmer than average. So we're starting to slowly get above that cool spell that we've had over the past several days now. Lakewood Ranch webcam showing these high cirrus clouds composed of ice crystals moving overhead from the Gulf toward the east. And we're looking right there at Lakewood Ranch, right toward the hole number, I think, 14. Interesting par 3. At the Legacy right there. Here's what the winds are doing. They're at the surface out of the east and northeast, but notice when I put this map into motion, you'll see these clouds moving from the west to the east, and those are those clouds I mentioned that are actually produce a little halo around the sun just about an hour ago or so. Heavier, thicker storms down to our south in the western Caribbean on the tail end of that old frontal system that brought us the cool air over the weekend. We'll keep an eye on it. A lot of times some things can spin up there, but models are not showing anything at this point. Currently, looking out toward Anna Maria Island here, this is 81 degrees. We have some high clouds around, the dew point 59, and that number is starting to slowly come up. We have an east wind at 7. The humidity, though, has been so nice, it's been low, 47% right now. The pressure 3011, and that is, for the most part, holding steady. A few showers well down to the south of the Keys right now along the Florida Straits, a little shower activity there, but all in all, things remain fairly quiet here, and will stay that way through the night and tomorrow morning. We'll have the complete forecast coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. 7 people are now facing charges following a major drug bust at a home in Venice that's well known to law enforcement. Sarasota County Sheriff's detectives say that inside the home on Clemson Road, they found meth, prescription pills, and paraphernalia, including syringes, scales, and glass pipes. Of the 11 people inside the home at the time, 7 were arrested and now face a variety of drug charges. The investigation is ongoing and additional charges are pending. The numbers are in for the first day of early voting in Florida. More than 250,000 Floridians cast their ballots yesterday. That's according to numbers from the State Division of Elections. Here on the Suncoast, there are 7 early voting locations in Sarasota County and 5 in Manatee County. Those will be open through November 5th. And remember, you can go to any of those locations. If you live in Sarasota County, go to any of those. Manatee County, any of those there. A sports museum at an empty building along Sarasota's Bayfront. There's a push to make it happen. But coming up, why there's also some pushback against it. Plus, drones could one day help state transportation officials. But would that include issuing speeding tickets? We'll take a look.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
What do Lady Gaga, the Dalai Lama, and a Suncoast city have in common? I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll learn about the City of Kindness program and find out what city of ours is involved. It's Girl Power at a new Celtic music festival. The only female pipe and drum band in the country joins us. Plus, we're counting down the key to the cure, and Chef Judy has the best new restaurants.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
So many possibilities worth exploring. Minnesota Flooring.
Looking for carpet? Look no further. Minnesota Flooring has Smart Strand carpet as low as $1.79 per square foot. Installed, no add-ons or extras. Unbelievable? Minnesota Flooring can have in-stock carpet installed in your home in 48 hours for as low as $1.99 per square foot. Don't miss these prices. Visit Minnesota Flooring today.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. Our promise means a new car you'll love. If not, return it for one you do. At Sarasota Ford, we promise live market pricing. We monitor national pricing on our entire inventory, so you get the best deal. In fact, we guarantee it. Bring us any competitor's ad, and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Bella siccome un angelo in terra per
Sarasota Opera presents Donizetti's Don Pasquale. 6 performances from October 28th through November 13th. Reserve your tickets at sarasotaopera.org.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
Your home is the largest investment you have. So when you're looking for furniture, window treatments, and accessories from America's top brands like Henredon, American Leather, and Hunter Douglas, the only place you need to go is Bacon's. Quality, service, price. Bacon's Furniture and Design, Sarasota.
A local group is looking to take a building that has been empty on Sarasota's Bayfront for years and turn it into a sports museum. But if one city official has her say, that's not going to happen. ABC7's Dwayne Lindo is live along the Bayfront to explain more about this situation. Dwayne.
Well, Haley, the much talked about Bayfront 2020 initiative is looking to give this piece of land behind me a purpose, as the Gee Whiz Museum once did. And organizers for the nonprofit group are hoping this building will be a beacon for women's sports. The Women's Sports Museum Incorporated recently holding a major public event. The goal? Bringing a museum to the Suncoast, focused on the history of women's sports. A group of Suncoast businessmen are not officially committed to any particular site, but have their eyes on the site of the former Gee Whiz Science Museum. Former member of the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, Sue Zapay, also involved in the project, says this type of history needs to be preserved.
There are so many athletes who weren't stars, but they need to be talked about.
Connecticut Field Hockey Hall of Famer and freelance sportscaster Leah Secondo agrees.
I think any time that you can preserve the history of any sport, it's important, especially for those who have passed on, to be able to keep their legacies alive.
She stresses that many female athletes come to this area to retire with memorabilia, but with no place to put it.
I think the possibilities are really endless to have one home for women's sports, and why not? We have a great place here on the Suncoast.
Some even feel Sarasota can become the next Canton or Cooperstown. But for one city commissioner, putting a sports museum in this building is a bad idea.
It's a bunch of self-appointeds who are coming out and trying to get free city land and some of our most valuable land.
Susan Chapman says the project may do well at another venue, but the piece of property in question belongs to the general public. She cites a public study conducted, giving the city an idea of what's wanted in the area.
The people want to save the Van Wezel. The people want a park. They don't want some private baseball museum.
Secondo says whether it's the Bayfront location or another venue, the key to its success is the marketing aspect of the project.
We have the sunshine. We have the people who will gravitate here, be it as vacation people or retirement. We have the people that are going to be able to donate their items to the Hall of Fame to really make it a spectacular environment.
Now, if not for this expensive piece of Bayfront property, organizers are looking at other locations for the museum. Reporting in Sarasota, Dwayne Lindo, your Suncoast News.
Thank you, Dwayne. Bob will be back with the official Suncoast forecast after this.
ABC7's My Suncoast News app is better than ever with a brand new design that's faster and easier to use. Download our free My Suncoast News app on your mobile device at your app store of choice. Powered by the iAssociates, providing Sight for Life.
An important message for Americans eligible for Medicare. Are you receiving all the benefits available to you? Do you know there is money available to lower your Medicare prescription costs? Now's the time to find the coverage that's right for you at the right price. The way to do that is to explore your options. You can spend hours doing that yourself, or you can call Health Markets and let us do the legwork for you with no cost or obligation. We'll search a variety of plans from nationally recognized companies to find the coverage that's the best fit for you at a price that fits your budget, and we'll do it at no charge to you. Plus, you may be able to save money on prescriptions. We'll tell you if you qualify. Why pay a penny more than you have to for an insurance policy? Let us find you the right plan at the right price and see if you qualify to lower your prescription costs. Put our free service to work for you at no charge.
Call the number on the screen now to make sure you're getting all the benefits you deserve. Don't wait. Call now.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
They say good things come to those that wait. Well, you've waited long enough. You deserve to feel fabulous in your fashionable new Fiat 500X from Alfa Romeo Fiat in Sarasota. Boldly innovative, seductively stylish. Fiat gives you everything you'd expect from a capable utility vehicle, like a spacious interior and advanced safety systems, designed and built like a sexy little Sportster. Don't wait any longer. You deserve to feel fabulous. Get a new Fiat at Alfa Romeo Fiat of Sarasota.
Getting older shouldn't mean giving up all the things she loves to do. It should just mean, well, finding new ways to do them. Right at Home's professional team thoughtfully selects caregivers to provide help with personal care, housekeeping, and of course, meal preparation.
Oh, that smells so good. Oh, and it tastes good too.
We can provide the right care right at home.
Bob, we kind of been lucking out, I would say, the last few days.
Yeah, it's been nice.
So it's been really nice.
It's been nice and cool at times over the weekend.
That, yep.
Gradually warming, 1 degree above average today, and that's going to be a trend too, I think,
Awesome.
right through the weekend. So not too bad. No 90-degree temperatures. We got rid of those. Those are gone. And the Van Wezel webcam showing these high cirrus clouds. We talked about it earlier, creating some optical phenomena. We had a sundog earlier this morning I saw, and that's just appears to be another sun that has developed to the 45-degree angle from the sun. They're usually in the morning. Van Way's webcam showing those clouds, though, thickening up a bit at times. And this morning, a great shot, too. Beautiful colors here with those clouds moving in. This one from Marlene Merkel on Siesta Key, and it's Avenida de Mayo. And I used to live right on that street many, many years ago. And there's that halo that was around earlier. That's just an interesting shot that occurred earlier today. Appreciate that from Lido. And as far as the game goes tonight, the World Series, people go, what game is that, right? The World Series between the Cubs and Cleveland, kicking off in Cleveland tonight. Looks to be okay. A bit on the cool side. Game time temperature right around to the upper 40s. Some clouds around. There's a very slight chance for a brief shower throughout the game, and temperatures will be falling. You can see some of that rainfall well to the west of Cleveland and to the east. But as I mentioned, there's a chance for a few showers. Snow showers, Vermont, New Hampshire, and into Maine tonight, heading toward Boston. For us, we're looking at dry conditions here. High pressure continuing to dominate the weather, and just a few showers down in the Florida Straits. Currently, it's partly cloudy skies. Right now, 81 degrees. The dew point is at 59. That number's come up a little bit. Winds out of the east at 7 miles an hour, and the pressure 30-11 and holding steady. Our high today managed to get to 84 degrees, 1 degree above normal. 91, the record set in 1971, and this morning's low was at 64, which is fairly typical for this time of year. And no rainfall to report. Looks like we'll end the month pretty much right where it's at. We're not anticipating much rain at all through the weekend and even through Halloween. 74 in Jacksonville, 77 in Orlando now, 80 in Key West, and 79 in Miami. Temperatures around town in the mid to upper 70s inland and low 80s right near the coast from Braden and Cortez down to Venice and Inglewood and Northport, all in the low 80s. The forecast tomorrow calling for mid to upper 80s. We could see some upper 80s approaching 90 in places like Highlands County, also eastern DeSoto and Hardy counties, but generally near the beaches into the mid 80s there. Winds will pick up too. You'll notice a little bit more of a breeze tomorrow afternoon out of the east and northeast, and that means gusts as high as 15 to 20 miles an hour throughout the afternoon. Well, Titan radar picture not showing any rain, depicting any rainfall. We've had some clouds moving in, but those are the high variety clouds that do not contain any rain. The tail end of that old front that brought us the colder air over the weekend, now down in the Caribbean where water temperatures are still into the mid 80s here, but nothing going on right now. We'll keep an eye on it. No indications of anything developing down there, but a lot of times that is a possibility when these fronts move down. High pressure dominating, getting bumped a little bit over the upcoming 24 to 48 hours as this front comes down. But the front really fades away. Tomorrow night, I think they have a game tomorrow night, there could be some trouble there with some showers around Cleveland. Temperatures into the 40s and 50s over places like Detroit, Toronto, and into Boston right now, 46 degrees there. They're going to wake up in the northern New England states with temperatures in the 20s. And wind chill factor is a big deal there. As far as that goes, beach and boating weather looks like this. Northeast winds 10 to 15 knots. Seas will be 2 to 3 feet and a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. The water temperature now cooled down to 76 degrees. And we're expecting beach temperatures to be right around 83 degrees tomorrow. High tide at 10:22. A low tide will be at 4:22. Another high tide at 9:36. Tonight, a little warmer, 67 for your low, mostly fair. Some high clouds and northeast winds at 5 to 10 tomorrow. Nice day again, and east winds 15 to 20 miles an hour, so a bit breezy. Staying that way on Thursday. The weekend looks super once again with highs in the mid 80s. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The Florida Department of Highway Safety and Motor Vehicles is getting support from Governor Rick Scott and the state cabinet to use drones to help manage traffic crashes. Cabinet members are on board with the idea of setting up a pilot program to use unmanned aerial devices over Florida roadways. The concept will be heard in the 2017 state legislative session. However, there is no intent to use the drones to issue speeding tickets.
But if we were going to do this, number one, I would want to try it for a year or 18 months, report back to the legislature, and then, and determine what type of law that it would be, useful for. But it would not be for criminal evidence or arrest.
For the proposal to go through, a 2013 state law would have to be changed. It prohibits the use of unmanned aerial devices by law enforcement for surveillance and evidence gathering. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is expanding its If You See Something, Say Something campaign, urging people to let them know if they see anything suspicious. The program, which began in 2011, asks Floridians to inform law enforcement if they have a hunch something is not right. Today at a Tallahassee gas station, police officers and politicians unveiled a new kit that can be used by businesses and citizens to improve public safety. FDLE says many crimes are stopped ahead of time simply because someone alerted law enforcement to potential illegal activity.
All of us have a role to play with law enforcement in protecting that very free society that we're all so proud of.
Among many other things, gas stations will now display stickers with a phone number to remind Floridians to report suspicious activity in the state. The Florida Department of Environmental Protection issuing a consent order to seal that massive sinkhole in Polk County and clean up the contamination. The order requires Mosaic, which operates the site in Mulberry, to seal the hole that's been open since August, recover pollution sent into the aquifer, and increase monitoring of groundwater impacts. Mosaic is also required to put up $40 million to pay for the remediation. The company has said that contamination was contained at its Mulberry facility.
Hi, I'm Linda Carson. Coming up, we will introduce you to an amazing Suncoast woman and show you the beautiful artworks she creates.
Tonight, the final sprint. Donald Trump calls the polls phony, telling supporters we're winning. Hillary Clinton, can she turn any red states blue? With just 14 days to go. This is where America turns. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease a brand new 2017 Lexus ES350 for only $379. Just $379 exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Whether you're a homeowner looking for a professional installation or a contractor looking for top quality products, Sarasota Glass and Mirror can meet your every need.
For 42 years, Sarasota Glass and Mirror has been the area's premier supplier and installer of quality glass products for your home or business. As an authorized PGT WinGuard dealer, we know how to protect your home with everything from the PGT WinGuard impact-resistant windows and doors to shower enclosures and decorative mirrors. The Sarasota Glass and Mirror team has the knowledge to tackle any project.
At Sunset Subaru in Sarasota, you'll always get the most for your money. More years, more miles, more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And right now, you can lease the most award-winning small SUV on the planet. A new 2017 Subaru Forester for just $209 a month. Or get 0% financing. Complimentary maintenance included at Sunset Subaru in Sarasota. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
You only have one life. Are you gambling with it? 1 in 3 adults have high blood pressure. Not knowing your numbers could cause you to lose, big time. Luckily, you can turn the odds in your favor by getting your blood pressure checked today. Don't leave your health to chance. Learn more at heart.org/HPB.
Selling your home? Insist on a 3D showcase tour from Gulf Shores Realty. Virtual tours are flat and boring and look more like a slideshow than a tour. A 3D tour from Gulf Shores Realty is like actually walking through the home without the drive. Get instant access to your next home from any device. Multiple views give homebuyers a perspective like no other. For a limited time, mention ABC7 and Gulf Shores Realty will provide a complimentary 3D tour with your new listing.
Stand out in your new wild Lexus. Lease a new Lexus RX 350 for only $419. Just $419 exclusively at Wild Lexus of Sarasota on Clark Road.
Many times people come to the Suncoast to retire and discover a second career they're passionate about. ABC7's Linda Carson introduces us to such a lady in today's amazing Suncoast woman. Linda.
Judy Perky's art had always been just an escape, but when she moved to Sarasota, it became a passion, and she found true love. Judy Perky grew up in New Jersey and worked at the famous Still Pier.
I had one opportunity to do the diving horse one day, and I dove on the horse and did it.
Then she was off to college.
I actually went to pre-med, and I got married at the time, the first marriage, and had kids, and became a nurse, and then went into radiotherapy as a technician.
She started studying pottery, but life intervened.
I ended up in New York building brownstones, renovating brownstones. And then I lived all over the world trying to or doing oceanariums. Now, that was through a husband, my husband.
Her interest in art grew, and eventually she moved to Florida.
And bought a place on Siesta Key and renovated that, and then another one and another one.
When the real estate downturn came, she turned back to her pottery.
I think it's the ultimate expression of my life.
She has a studio where she works and teaches.
I make everything from pots that are inscribed or beautifully done to very amorphic types of pieces that have both, that can be both for outdoors and indoors.
Here's a quick sample of her work.
And the fish are not anything like any fish that you've ever seen.
No, they aren't.
And then this here was an example of trying to make something that looked not real, but real enough. In other words, you know that that's a horse.
Yes.
Okay. Down here is more a feeling of what happens when the sea gets very rough.
And after being divorced for 25 years, Judy recently met her Prince Charming. And her life lesson?
I've learned to go for it. Not only did I just recently get married, but I just finished with radiation for breast cancer. And all of that just tells me that life is better and more precious, and that while we're well and while we're there, take advantage of everything.
Judy is also remodeling a beach house on Casey Key, and it is stunning. And she often shows and sells her pottery at art festivals in this area. So look out for her. She's got some beautiful work. Yes.
Yeah. Wow, that's impressive. I could never put that.
Inspirational too, yeah. Going breast cancer like that, doing that, absolutely.
Yes.
Right.
Great weather tonight. If you're going to go out for a walk or check in the beach,
break.
should be okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you, Linda. We'll see you back here at 7 and 11. Have a great evening.